Okay, so this week we finally got to see the initial markup of the stage for Rotterdam 2020. We have some thoughts, as I'm sure you do. So just let's get into this video. What do we think, guys? It's a very simplistic stage design from what we can see. Obviously, it's digitally built, and we won't see the real one for a few months. Especially coming off of Lewice in Poland for junior, which was a really spectacular stage. This is a bit more understated, but I'm not mad at it. I quite like the simplicity. I think with simplicity, you give the delegations a lot more autonomy of what they can create and what they can do with it. Whereas I feel like, for example, 2014, one of my favorite stages, but it kind of gave them limitations of what they could do. Whereas this, it's kind of it's basically a simple stage with some levels and a satellite stage. Do what you want with it. There's a lot of opportunity for props, which I'm excited about because I love a good prop. And I think the lighting with the kind of art direction that we saw with the logo, which is a previous video that we did, opens a lot of opportunities for really cool and impactful visuals. So I'm very much looking forward to see what they do with it. Another thing is that it does make Ahoy look smaller than I thought it was. And I didn't expect them to have to do the same kind of camera tricks that they did with the Expo Arena in Tel Aviv. So let's see how it goes. I think I wouldn't say I'm disappointed. I'm saying I didn't really have expectations for what the stage would be like. It's not something I really fantasize about. I think until we see how they use it for the staging, we won't really know. But from what I see, I'm quite happy with it. What do we think?
Nick, go on. I'll let you go on.
Well, I think when they described the stage as flat and modern and minimalistic or whatever it was, flat is never flattering. It just isn't. I mean, look at the way they're doing it. And when I read the description, I was like, oh God, no. Why are we doing this? And then I saw the picture and I was like, okay, that's much better than I expected. The pictures are a bit confusing because you really need to look at the way they're doing it here. But if you see that, you can see that there's a decent stage with some shapes and things on there, which makes it look quite modern. And we've got the satellite stage with a catwalk, and the catwalk looks quite simplistic and minimalistic, and that's what I really like. I mean, remember Düsseldorf in 2011, where the catwalk was so incredibly massive, and well, it took all the attention away from the actual stage. I mean, I still remember Dana International hopping down the catwalk, but I don't remember the actual stage. So that's good, I think. And you know, people have criticized the fact that Florian Wieder is involved yet again. So am I. I'm quite critical of that. I mean, I know we've got enough stage designers here in the Netherlands who can rock a stage and make sure it looks good. On the other hand, with all these new people involved with Eurovision, I think the team have made a decent choice by picking someone who knows what he's doing. And I agree with you, Costa, when you say that a stage like this does open up to opportunities for delegations. They can do pretty much anything here. Anything they want is possible. And I'm happy we got rid of bridges and stuff because I seriously dislike bridges on Eurovision stages. So, all in all, I'm quite happy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then. Now my opinion. I mean, to be fair, I mean, we've had some engranding stages for the past few years, well, couple 3 years, but I really like the minimalistic approach. I mean, Netherlands is, it's going to be like a once in a very long time opportunity. Who knows? That the Netherlands will be hosting it. So I think they're trying to make it as memorable as possible. Kind of like what Sweden did in 2013, where like, you know what? We need to step back and scale it back a little. And sometimes like if like less is more. And with this, like with the minimalistic theme that they've been trying to kind of like implement throughout the contest so far, is kind of like with the logo and the theme, now the staging, I think, and the motto of it, I think it works really well. As with Florian Wader being involved again, I really don't mind it. I mean, as you have to pick the right person for the job. So I kind of agree with Nick with like saying like they made a great choice that they're including people who have actually got experience on creating the stage. So it seemed kind of perfect. But for me, I really like the fact that everything's low. So the way they described it was like how what was it where was it with on their when they released it, they said we want to bring the artists as close as possible to the audience, and the fact that I think they lowered the stage a little bit just to make sure that that's possible, and the fact that the by the design that there's like a catwalk in the middle, like a mini stage. So I think that would work really well. So it's kind of like giving that concert vibe, but not that like an grinding, but minimalistic. And another thing to point out is that the green room's back in the arena after a year break. So I'm quite happy with that as well.
Yeah,
That's
I'm just
really
going to
good.
challenge. I'm going to challenge Tim on saying that the logo is minimalist. I think there's nothing minimalist about the logo. I think it's very busy and very colourful, which is kind of why I expected the stage to be similar. And also, I kind of wanted. I've been thinking about in my head. I don't know if it's been shown on my face. The fact that they described it as flat. It's a stage. What else is it going to be? They need to stand on it. Like I think that's such a bizarre choice of words. Yeah, the stage. How you describe the stage? Oh yeah, it's very flat. Yeah, it's because it's like a plank of stage, so you stand on it because it's flat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of a Eurovision stage that hasn't been flat in the 60+ years of the contest. But yeah, I mean, so kind of, I wouldn't even say mixed. I think generally quite positive so far, and I think we're all kind of apprehensive to see what they do with it, but we have faith.
Yeah, well, exactly. And I think if you look at the logo and then the stage, the general theme I see between the two is the fact that the organizers seem to be hoping to involve everyone in the grand picture and to give everyone the opportunity to shine, which is why all the flags are in the logo and which is why we've got a stage where you can do anything. So I hope that's what they're trying to do. I get the idea they have here, and I do think that they will need a very strict flag policy for the standing crowd, because when you lower the stage and you make sure people are closer, you will also get flags in people's faces if you aren't careful.
Yeah,
So that's going to be a thing.
I'm looking forward to the end of the wide shots. I think there's going to be a few less panning shots if they're trying to bring people closer. So that's exciting. I might actually get to see some of the acts perform their songs, which would be nice.
I'm really curious as to how they're going to do. Along with Nick, so I'm actually going to be curious as to how they will actually implement that flag policy. Because in Israel and Tel Aviv, they were just like they didn't. There's nothing that says no flags allowed, and you're just like ah. And in Lisbon, they were strict with it, but yet people still somehow managed to sneak them in.
Well, yeah, you can, of course, say you can't bring a flag on a stick. Well, that's easy to spot. But someone with arms as long as mine, when I put my arms up there and put the flag on there, I'm still waving it in your face.
That's so bizarre that you say, yeah, you can put it on a stick, but you can't have a giant. Can you have like a giant flag like draped around you?
I had it on me when I was in Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
Like I always had my
Look,
flag.
I'm gonna have the Cypriot flag pinned to me like a toga, and that's what I'm gonna be wearing in Rotterdam. And they will have to remove me from the premises if that's what they want to see, because that is what I'm doing.
Once you remove the flag, I think they will.
I will be naked under the flag. That is my promise.
If you start waving your flag, they will.
I'll be a streaker. Okay, well, that's quite enough of that.
All right, then, guys, that's our initial thoughts for the Eurovision 2020 stage. Thank you very much for watching our video. If you like what you saw, then click the like and the subscribe button, and don't forget to push that notification bell to be the first to find out when we have our next video uploaded. And also, don't forget to follow us on social media at ESCXTRA. But for now, thank you very much. We'll see you soon.